what we were talking about are areas of the hand and arm that we can hit and areas that we have to avoid. So in terms of the fingers, we have an area approximately from here around, what is that? Through here, okay? Not here. People who see Wing Chun and they see them hitting with that all the time and practicing on bags and stuff are never told that that's for soft targets, okay? Remember, basic rule of combat is if your target is hard, you're using a soft hand. If your target is soft, you're using a hard hand, okay? The forms tend to use a lot of closed hands just because somebody made the decision a long time ago that that kind of looked a little better and will make everything a fist, okay? So, we can use this area here, and then we talked about this suspicious little bone right here called the pisiform, where you can hit very hard and you don't feel a thing, okay? And that many of your techniques that look like open palm or look like knife hand really aren't. The strange thing is, this is called in Japanese shuto, or sometimes called sword hand, and the question is something straight like this, does that look like a Japanese sword, or does that look like a Japanese sword? It's part of history that really never got talked about. So we have that area. If we turn the hand over, we have this area, but we have to be very careful because we're not using the bone, which is very susceptible to breakage. We're coming in at an angle here, so that when you're doing your knife hands forward, like in Kage 1 or anything, it's not this, because you're going to hit the bone. It's at an angle, okay? And you'll see people who've never hit things tend to do this because they don't, to them that's what it looks like. In actuality, it's always this, okay? Sir?
You said that bone that you don't feel anything?
Is right there.
Is it possible for it to break?
If you hit it hard enough, any bone is possible to break. But it's all a matter of angles and how you do it, okay? Bones from here, very easy to break. Bones this way, very difficult to break, okay? That's why we can stand on them, all right? So it's really all a matter of angles and that kind of stuff. We said that this area right here, we never, ever, ever use. Even though you see blocking like this bone is very susceptible to breakage, okay? And that when we're doing something in the forms and we do this, it's not a block, it's something else. We just have a tendency to call everything a block, okay? We've discovered that this area and this area and this area are great to smash things with. They're just loads of fun because we can just come bang and it feels great, okay? When we do these moves, we do not ever, ever hit with this side. We only hit with this side, okay? This side can take a lot. That one don't feel good, okay? But yet many people do this because they've just watched it, so they don't realize it has to be tilted when it comes up.
Not a lot of distinction between some of these.
That's why
between here and here.
but it's tremendous.
You just gotta aim.
Yeah, but you see, it's also a process of knowing. If you understand how this has to be done, it makes a lot more sense, okay? Now, last but not least, when we hit with the elbow, we go from here to here, okay? You see a lot of elbow techniques where they tell you to hit here, but this is an acupuncture point that we use to break people's elbows. So you kind of really don't want to hit the other guy with that one, okay? There's a subtle distinction as we're doing an elbow attack. Everybody assumes they're doing this. They're really not, if you can envision that. You see the difference? It looks visually like it's the same, but it's not the same as this. You feel it?
Yeah.
Okay? So that's what we went over. So then we'll take the whole thing over to the makiwara. Okay? Now, we said that people think that makiwaras are just something to beat the hell out of and toughen up your knuckles. While that happens, it's not really true. I just remembered I got to cover something else. Let's go back to the hand. Okay? We make a fist. Nope. Oh, relax, relax. Here, here, here. If you go around, okay, now, when we do that, we do not go past the first finger. Okay? Because it weakens the fist. Now, if you want to get this angle correct, just point that finger like you're pointing at something. Yeah. That automatically sets up the correct angle. You notice that it's not here? You automatically do that. Now fold that finger back in, okay? And you already have the correct angle set. Now, some people tend to squeeze their thumb too hard, which forces the index finger in. When it does that, it actually separates this here and makes it weaker. So you have to remember not to do that. You see doesn't feel any discomfort there? Okay? And when you push it in, and you can test this by pushing in here or actually pushing in here. If you feel pain, you know you're pushing too hard. Now nothing happens. Okay? Pretty clear on that? So let's move to the makiwara. What the makiwara is going to teach us is actually correct alignment. Now, unfortunately, this kind doesn't move. And the ones usually that are built do move because they want to show you that once you strike, you're going to move into it. Okay? So unfortunately, we can't do this on this. But we can practice the alignment. And the way we're going to do that is we line up in front of it, and everybody does this. I don't want you to do that. I want you to do it either vertical or as if you were driving a car. Okay? And we're hitting with just these two knuckles. So you'll line up directly with this. This will be your range. And you'll simply, as hard as you wish, don't go crazy in the beginning, because you just want to feel it. Just start. Now, things to remember. My shoulder doesn't go up. That weakens it tremendously. I don't lean. My foot supports it. I don't have that curve in my back so that my spine is straight. And I try and feel for the recoil. Okay? You guys want to try it? Go ahead. And one last important thing, where is our elbow?
Below the fist.
The elbow is always down. It never comes up. It's always down. Remember I said treat the elbow as if it was just a little trowel filled with water, and the water represents energy. If you lift the elbow, the water spills out and you're much weaker. The elbow is always down. Okay? Have at it.
Should I be doing it?
Yeah, just gently. I just want you to feel it.